Salutations, fellow treasure hunting addicts. So here we are again. Sorry I was a couple minutes late. I was having a little bit of a problem connecting. So as he kept saying, try again, try again, try again. And I did. So here I am. So good morning, everybody. Great Scott, already. How are you, my friend? You're up and about. Gotta have coffee. So how are you this morning? You know what? I gotta run get my glasses. But how you doing? How's everything going? Been busy in the afternoons. Haven't been able to catch you in the last couple of days. Sorry about that. Well, I guess yesterday I was busy. And what's my total hours now is, I'll put them up. Okay, here we go. Watch hours are up to 1927. Thanks to all of you. God bless you all. There you go. Hopefully I'll, good morning, Bad Idea Labs. How are you? Had a pretty good hunt yesterday. I don't know whether you guys were there to see it, but I think Great Scott was. Check out this ring I got. But that's a big one. Heavy. I think it won't fit my, yeah, it fits that one. How come it won't fit my, wow, I didn't know my knuckle was so big on my index finger. Slides on my ring finger really easily, but my index finger and my middle finger, the knuckle's bigger. But that's a big ring. It's either a 10 or 11, I think. I thought at first it was a 12, but no, my finger is about a 9.5, I think. You know what? I never have to guess. I got one of these things. So what are we looking at here? Yeah, it's an 11.5. 11.5. So this was number 59. Later on, after after my live, and when I was just about finished with my hunt, I got this little one. So, got a little rose. Come on, focus. I'm having technical problems this morning. No, not gold. Gold plated. It's gold plated, but it's I think it's a copper ring. You can see the copper right here. I wasn't even bummed. I had to contain myself. The short, I got real excited about this ring when I found it in the live. But then this one, I was right in front of 5 sheriffs, and they were sitting there taking their break. And they were watching me, and I had to contain myself. So my excitement was really dull for finding this, but I was really excited about finding this little rose because it was number 60 for the year. So a 2-ring day, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. So anyways, got a lot of other stuff here, some weird stuff. You know, it just amazes me what people take to a beach area. You know, this is a little beach at a lake that I went to yesterday, and just, I mean, I found top to a hanger, and these I always find. Got 15 more tent stakes. A 3-ring circus day. Well, this is pretty good. When I get 2 rings, I've had 3 ring days. I've even had 1 4-ring day. So I just have to get to a place where more people go. But I've been shut down at the beach too. You know, a big beach is like Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach is huge. The thing is like 4 miles long. And it goes all the way down to Newport Beach. It's all one beach. And Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, Aliso Beach, and all these beaches down the way. But Huntington Beach is just huge. You couldn't hunt that in a week, 12 hours a day. You couldn't hunt that whole thing and cover the whole thing. It's just impossible. But I've had a 3-ring day there. But this was pretty cool. You guys check out the design of that ring. At first I thought it was X's, a whole bunch of X's. But they are Star of David. So, yeah, but the little rose ring is cute too. Would have been nice to have been gold for number 60, but number 50 was a silver ring. That was that marquee ring, that marquee stone, 1 carat for number 50. It's stainless steel. Yeah, it's marked right inside. Let me see if I can. I don't know whether you can see it or not right there. You can almost see it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's stainless steel. Oh yeah, it's in real good shape. And when I found it, if you look at my live when I found it, or the short that I put up for tomorrow, um, it you can see it, just the rim of it shining. When I passed it going the opposite way, it wasn't shining, and it just looked like a bottle cap. And I said, "Well, I'll come back for that," you know. Um, as I It was out of my swing path at the time, but it looked like a bottle cap sitting there, the ring in the sand. The ring was buried except for the very edge of it, and it was just, when I came back the other direction, it was just glinting in the sun, and I couldn't believe it. So yeah, it's in really good shape, really nice. But got some other interesting things here. This is something that I'm not sure what this is. It has a rubber tip on it. This is rubber, and it has 34GR on the back side. I cleaned it off, and it looks like a little space shuttle. But I have no idea what that would be for. This this piece in the center goes all the way through is rubber or plastic, and so it seals into something, I think. Not quite sure. Anybody have an idea of what that might be? Huh. I could, let me shoot it with lens and see if Google has any idea. Let's see if Google has any idea what that might be. Ah, can you see those? They're actually for fishing. Let me see here. They're actually for carp fishing, it says. I don't know what you do with them. I have to. That's the first time Lens has really brought something up that was exactly right. What does it say? Inline method feeder. Set carp fishing tackle for inline method feeders with one rubber mold carp fishing accessory. Well, that's a feeder. I guess since that's hollow, I didn't even notice that's hollow. You run your line through there, and since carp are bottom, they're sucker fish, they're bottom feeders. Yes, you fill this with food, and then they go to suck on that, and then there's got to be probably a hook on one, or end or the other. I'm guessing I'll have to read more about it. That's interesting. No, I don't want to add it to cart. So here we go. Good morning, BC treasure hunting. Treasure trails. Treasure hunting. Yeah, treasure trails, huh? So you guys hanging out with me this morning here. I've got some other interesting things. This must have been a tool for a canopy or like an easy up or tent or something. No other reason I could think of it'd be on the beach. It's got a 1/4-inch star at either end. So that's cool for my toolbox. Another interesting find. Now this thing, I guess I should have Googled it earlier, but so when blistering barnacles comes on, I have to tell him that this was for fishing because he's kind of questioned it whether it was for fishing or not, and I guess he had an idea of what it was. I didn't. I didn't. When I went carp fishing, we just used a big hook and a big chunk of bait. I did find a pair of clippers. They're in good shape. So I'm finding some good stuff that, I mean, it's not Civil War relics or anything like that, but I thought this was cute. I found this with let's see if I found this face of a gibbets. You know what a gibbets is? It's a little crock decoration with this little copper grommet brad thing. So I was detecting this, but this popped out with it. So that was pretty cool. It's a neat little pirate. I'll have to find something to glue him to. So I did find, yesterday was a tool day. I found a Phillips bit and a little 1/8-inch star bit. Yeah, so you knew what that was, BC? I didn't. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was the strangest thing I found in a while. But I just Googled it and found that that's what it was. So, yeah, it's in good shape. But being a tool day, I got 3 tools. That's pretty good. Got a 3-tool day. With a Roman brooch. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not a carp cage. It's a Roman brooch. But got a couple of weights. I've got a bunch of little ones too. Excuse me. So I got a bunch of lead. And I got this piece of lead. So don't know if there's any reason for the design, but I think somebody was using it as a sinker, just a chunk of melted lead. Now, if I was in a Civil War area, this would be a chunk of lead that they melted and they were molding their musket balls with it, or their mini balls, and this would have been leftover lead. So I'm going with that. It's leftover lead from molding mini balls. Hey, William E. Good morning. Friday, I went to that one place and I found some things after my live. My live was kind of dead, dull, sorry. I didn't do too well, but I got this little bicycle mirror after my live. It's in good shape, so that works well. We'll do some visual effects here. So, and then a little later on, I got this bullet. Now, this was really kind of a strange place to find it because they have this wildlife reserve type thing, little museum and a little zoo, and there's a little picnic area close by, and I found this bullet in that picnic area, so that was kind of strange. The weird things that we find. And thought I got two of these, but I don't see the other one. I lost this one. I had two of these. That was a nice little find. I don't go airing up balls, but or balloons or whatever you want to use this on, mainly for those rubber balls, basketballs, volleyballs, stuff like that, right? Here you go, William E. This is for you. This is the Bottle Cap King logo. So, yeah, you crowned me Bottle Cap King, so this is my new logo for Bottle Cap King. Got some surface finds. Got a little, getting around to it. Found some nice surface finds here. You got a little heart clippy. And evidently they had a dinosaur party. And she found these at one of the tables. So one of the kids had a dinosaur party there. I know it's not metal detecting, but weird what people leave behind. She thought she got a little toe ring, but it turned out to be a little key ring. But she's found one of our best rings. She found it had 57 sets for diamonds and had 56, and they were real diamonds and a silver 925 silver ring. But we almost got 61. This one kind of baffles me. I know it's the door off of something, right? Probably the way it's shaped, a battery case for something. So that was an interesting sounding. That sounded like silver for some reason. Pure silver US coin. No, I don't have any ideas. I don't know that much about coins. Got a couple coppers yesterday. Got a 75 and an 80 copper cents. Now that makes sense. They didn't strike any U.S. coins until the 1700s, right? They were all English coins and Spanish coins and French coins before that. Got a bunch of foreign coins and tokens yesterday. We won at auction. I got boxes, like a cigar box and a little jewelry box. Had several foreign coins in it. I've got to go through. I've got to check out. See, there's one Chinese coin that might be dated back to the 1600s, maybe. Looks like one from that era. I fixed this yesterday. I found it. They had tied up a dog with it to a tree and run this all the way out and had this part strapped to the tree, and then they had this I found on the ground a ways away from it with some of the strap tied to it where the dog chewed through it. But this still has about a 10-foot length to it, so and it works real well. So you can still lock it and everything. And So, anybody need a dog leash? It's really odd what people leave in the parks. Did get a couple digging rakes, so kind of odd for so long after people stopped going to the beach. It's been a couple weeks now since Labor Day, and so these were laying out there since Labor Day. Anything? Yep. Figured out no matter where you go, the eyes are upon you. So I really appreciate you guys coming in and spending some time with me getting my watch hours up. I just noticed that this morning that I'm at the 1927, and I'm just 22 subs away from 2,000. So kind of excited about that. Just all of a sudden I started getting a bunch of subs. I've been honored with getting about 10 subs, 12 subs a day for this past week, which is pretty cool. That's more than I've gotten in a long time. So some of you are here that didn't see it before. I got number 59 and number 60 yesterday. I know, William, you were there when I got the Star of David ring, right? But nobody was there when I got this rose ring, because it was almost at the end of my hunt. I was headed back to the car, and I couldn't even get excited about it, and had to rein my excitement in because I was right in front of 5 sheriffs. And I didn't want them to think I was going crazy down there, so I reined in my excitement. The short kind of is like ring-a-ding-ding, number 60. I got this one's just copper, gold-plated copper, but this one is stainless steel. And yeah, it's a nice ring. I've got a couple of stainless steel rings I really like. One has the Roman numerals on it. Yeah, let me get those out, because those I like. Like this one. I like that one. That means something when it goes up to 13. The Roman numerals go up to 13. So it has a meaning. I've yet to have anybody explain it to me fully, but so that one I like. And this one I found also. I like the design of this one. So, and this one I like. It's not gold, but this is the one ring I think I've showed everybody before. And I found this one at the lake. So that one is, you can't see it, but it has the Lord of the Rings engraving. So that was a good find this year. I thought I had one more that was really interesting. Oh, this one was cute. This is a designer ring. My wife knew right off bat, getting around to it, saw that ring when I pulled it out of the ground, and she knew exactly who the designer was. It's a something cat, K-A-T something designer. But that was interesting, and that kind of threw me. It's got stones all the way around it. You can see them, and all the way around. It's got little black stones. So, I mean, they're not really valuable rings, but they're kind of interesting. And again, this is my first ring at Huntington Beach. And it was a copper ring. It's like some type of belt. And that was my very first ring at Huntington Beach. First time I went to Huntington Beach to metal detect. Not the first time I'd been to Huntington Beach, but the first time I metal detected there. So I really like the design of that one. And where'd it go? There it is. And this is the one that getting around to it found silver, 925 silver, and it's got 57 settings, but it's missing one stone. So it has 56 stones in it, and they're all real diamond chips, but they're lab grown, diamonds, but they're real diamonds. So she's found probably the best ring, and she found this laying on the concrete. So got to keep your eyes open, like I said yesterday. And I was watching Treasure Outdoors, his live from day before yesterday. I was watching it yesterday, and he said the same thing, half of the detecting is right here. Keep your eyes open and your mind open, because you just never know what you're going to find. Well, here's an interesting one. This is a little heart ring, I love you ring, but it's skeleton hands. Although that one was really different when I found it. Yeah, we will have to have a party, William, when I hit 2,000. I don't know whether it'll be right away or not, but definitely going to have to celebrate, because everybody has put me there. This one was an interesting ring I found at Huntington Beach. And I've got two rings. This one was at the lake. So I've got two of these rings that are, odd type rings. They're I checked this out. It's definitely a ring, classified as a ring. So, but it was silver plated at one time. So those are kind of neat and different. I guess those are the only unique rings that I found. That the rest of them are either gold and diamonds, gold bands, alloy bands. Oh, this one was kind of neat. I found this one. It's a silver ring. It's got medieval type designs on it. So guess I have a few in here that could be classified as wedding bands, like these, that are stainless steel or tungsten. I guess I have more unique rings than, there's a little crown ring. That one's silver also. Got a lot of silver rings this year. Got a really nice turquoise ring, silver. Anyway, I've been very fortunate to get to 60 rings. My goal was 100, but I've gotten to 60 so far, and now it's going to start slowing down. And hey, Tupac, good morning. So I was just showing people the little unique rings and stuff. Were you there, Tupac, yesterday when I found this Star of David ring? It's a stainless steel ring, but it's really nice, heavy. Then later on, I found a gold-plated ring. So this is number 60 right here for the year. Well, I found rings everywhere. I find them in parks. I find them at the lake beaches. I find them like, well, of course, this one and this one were at the lake beach, and I found a lot of rings at the ocean beach at Huntington Beach and at Dottweiler Beach. Dockweiler Beach is over by LAX. And the only problem with that beach is that the planes land and take off, and they're like right over the top of you. I did my live there at Dottweiler Beach, and like every 2 minutes or 3 minutes, the plane was going over the top of me. You couldn't see them because the cloud cover it had low cloud cover. You couldn't see them, but you could sure hear them. But I find in the regular parks, I found that one ring just a couple weeks ago at the park next to a picnic area by the basketball courts, and I found it because I was looking at a penny signal, 41, 42, 43 tone, and pulled it out, and I thought I had a pendant or a little token of some kind. They had little stones around it, but then I handed it to get around to it, and she poked the penny out of it and said, "That's a ring." So I found a ring and didn't even know it. But you know, people lose rings everywhere, so that's mainly where I've gone, is ocean beaches, park beaches, lake beaches, and in the park themselves. And I found, well, I can almost tell you where I found all these rings here. This was at Huntington Beach, along with this one at Huntington Beach, and this one I found in the park, in the grass. This one I found in the tot lot at the lake, in a playground. This one I found in the park, in the grass. This one I found at the beach, my very first one at Huntington Beach. And so that was right down at the water's edge. This one I found at the lake beach next to the lifeguard station. This one I found in the park next to the basketball court. And just for future reference, never pass up a basketball court. Go around the edge of the basketball court. If there's grass around the edge, there's sometimes rings there. I found probably 12 rings around basketball courts where they lost their ring and it rolled into the grass and they couldn't find it. Maybe didn't even know they lost it. And 2 of those rings were 22 karat gold rings. They look similar to this. They were almost identical. They were from last year at the basketball courts. But never pass up a basketball court. Always do the edge of the basketball court. So Um, this one I found, it's gold and diamonds, and I found that at Huntington Beach. And this one is almost identical to it, just a little smaller, and I found that in the lake while I was water hunting. I bet actually think this was in the lake too. And this is half of a wedding ring set, and I found that in the lake too. Too bad I couldn't find the other half to it. But this is half of one of those sets that locks together. This little lion ring I found at the beach, at the lake. This one I found at the beach, at the lake, at the water's edge. This one I found in the park, in the grass. This one I found at the water's edge, at a different lake. And it's a silver ring. And this one I found in the lake. Guess where I found this one? In a lot. Then again, I found this one in the tot lot too, and it's a silver ring, but it's got glass stones in it. Found this one in the park next to a tree. The one I showed you a minute ago, the little cat ring, I found that in a park next to a tree. Found this one at the water's edge at the lake. Found this one at Huntington Beach. This is the little ring I found that had, do I have? Yeah. Here. This is how I found it. With a penny stuck in it. So I don't know whether they actually put the penny in it themselves or whether they had it it in their pocket, put the ring in their pocket, and then the penny got stuck in it. You know how that could happen. Well, some of them do a little bit. uh, but this one was pretty. Once I got it, it's got stones all around it. But like, yeah, this one fits me. This one's too big. One of my gold bands is too big. Another gold band too little. The copper ring, it fits. Happy Chappy, how are you, brother? So, no, too small. Too small. Most of them are smaller than my fingers. But this one's too big, a little bit. Got a couple that fit me, but not very many. So, anyways, this one almost fits me. It's just a little bit loose there, but huh, that's weird. It goes right over that index finger, but it gets stuck right there on that index finger. Arthritis, I think. I could wear it on my middle finger. Yeah, it wouldn't slip off too easily. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It won't slip off at all. Oh, there we go. That was a tight fit. Hey, Happy Chappy, I found out that, let me show you guys the reason they call that owl in Clash of the Titans Bubo. There you go. Great horned owl, and that's the scientific name, Bubo virginianus. That's why they call that owl in Clash of the Titan Bubo, because that's the scientific name for the great horned owl. That's cool information, right? And that's a picture, one picture of a great horned owl. He's kind of a baby. They're going to release this. Where's he at? No, that's a barn owl. No, I know I got a picture of him here someplace. Didn't I get a picture of him? Oh no, I didn't get him. Oh, there he is. Hard to tell that that's an older one. They're going to release this one on Halloween. They're going to have a party there and release this great horned owl out into the wild again. This is the older one. So sorry about the cages, but they don't want them getting away, so they've got these thick cages and hard to get pictures of them. But I did get a picture of a buzzard, a vulture that they have there. I got a picture of a paragon falcon. They're not real great pictures. Sorry about that. I was going to post them, and then I thought, nah, just not good enough with the cage around them and everything. So that was a really pretty barn owl. That one, sorry you can't see it too well, that's a red-tailed hawk. That's really prevalent. They're natural around here, the red-tailed hawks. I have one that actually circles my house all the time. It lives in a tree at my neighbor's house, and it's always flying around, fighting with the crows. I had posted a picture of that one flying around the house one day. He was yeah, I showed a paragon. There he is. He's really pretty too. Apologize for the pictures. Nothing I could do about it. I couldn't zoom in. I couldn't get close enough to the cage to take a picture through the cage because the fence was quite a ways away from the cage. I had to just get what I got. Family friendly, remember. I use my phone to read the chat at the when I'm using it for my lives, and sometimes here as well. It's hard to read my chat on my, it keeps going away up here on my iPad. I'm not much of a I don't have them in cages. I don't, it's not my cages. Those are from the wildlife reserve. The little place where they have a little zoo. They take wounded animals, actually, you know, animals that have a problem, and they nurse them back to health, and then they let them go. And that's why they're going to let the owl go on Halloween. They're going to have a Halloween party, and they're going to let the owl go. Yeah, they really are some fine specimens of birds too. It's kind of nice to see that somebody's taking wounded animals and, you know, nursing them back to health. That's the same park that I found the bobcat in that had a broken back, and I stayed with the bobcat until they got there to get it, and I called animal control, and they came out and got it, and then they gave it to the people there. I don't think they could have helped it much because it had a broken back. Well, thanks, Chappie, for dropping in, giving me your 6 minutes. I appreciate that, brother. Millennium Falcons. That's a good one, BC. That's a good one. Bump. Well, you have a good day at work. Happy Chappie. I will see you. Thanks for being here. So anyways, how's everybody else doing? Anybody kind of missed T-Rep, him moving and everything. He doesn't come by very often. But he always had to get back to work too. Difficult if I'm stop and read the chat on the iPad, then it looks like I'm looking at the screen. If I stop and read my chat and looking down at my phone, you see the top of my head here. So it's probably better that way. But now this was cool because it kept me thinking, you know, now that I know what it is, and if I find another one, I'll know right away what it is. All the mystery's gone, but still pretty cool. The carp feeder. Didn't know they had such a thing. We just used to put a big piece of tough bait on the hook. Well, I did Friday, getting around to it, found think it might be a piece off of an earring or something, and because it had to have had like a dangly earring, and you know what? I found a part. I found part of an earring. I got all kinds of pieces because I make those earrings. But since I found this, I like to recreate things that I find, you know, and fix them. Like I tried to fix this chain that I found. Oh, this has to go in. That was number 58. That ring. I found this chain, and now it's still in two pieces. Were any of you in the stream when I found this lock last week at the beach? When I cleaned it up, it's silver plated. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was a brass lock, but it's not. It's don't know what it's made out of, but it's silver plated. You can see the silver plate on it. But I found this part. I found this part here in 3 parts, and this was easy to put back together, and then put onto this portion because there was an eye already soldered to that end to put that piece of the chain on. But where'd it go? But the other half of the chain, what did I do? The other half of the chain I can't put on because the links are not separable. I can't open the links to the chain, so I either have to use a little piece of wire and wire it back together, but I can't open the links to hook it back together. So that's the chain that this pendant went on that I found, which I thought was pretty cool. The pendant has a silver case on it, and it's a garnet. I believe it's a garnet. Everything's prettier when you look at it in the sunlight, or you know, a good light. On these cameras, you can't tell how pretty they are. So anyway, I try to fix things back if they're broken so that I have them whole again. Like this little charm, 925 silver charm, the eye on it is actually silver as well. So that was all stretched out, and I almost lost it in the sand, but I got it back. So I put it back on that. And then I found this in the parking lot. So what I'm going to do with this, I know that where'd the star go? I got a bunch of these eyelets for making jewelry. What did I do with the star? Okay. Did you guys see where I put it? I would just laid it down here on the table. Where to go? Oh, there it is. It's right there in front of me. So what I'll do here is, because I know this little star, I mean, I just have a real feeling that that was an earring. And so I'm going to take the earring loop that I found and we'll put it back the way I think it might have been. I mean, there are two different places, two different things, but now the star has a little more meaning. Huh. How about that? See, that would have made a perfect earring. That's why I kind of feel that that was part of an earring that Getting Around to It found. And since I found this other part to the earring, to an earring, now we've got two parts that make one. But now I've got all kinds of single earrings. I got this one I found last week. So I've got all kinds of one-of-a-kinds. So if anybody ever wants to wear two different kinds of earrings. Yeah, that pendant has that's actually Getting Around to Its birthstone, so the garnet. So she has a different chain she can put it on because the one I found it with is broken. And she's going to put that on her chain. Go ahead and wear the earring. I don't have an ear slot here. See if I can. Oh, no, it's not gonna. I don't have a hole for it. Nope. Can't do it. Maybe if I tied a knot in my beard or something. Anyway, if it wasn't, it should have been, and makes a nice earring. So, there you go. See there? So how's your evening show going? I didn't catch it yesterday. Great Scott. Getting around to it, found a handball and a golf ball in the park. Go figure. these two parks, the one Friday and the park yesterday with the lake, they didn't give up too much change. I think I got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $35, 35, and $36, 37, 47, 45, yeah, 67, 77, 87. Yeah, got $2 and change from just 2 days there at the two different parks. I didn't get much change, and the other park just keeps giving. The one I go to, the lake I went to last Wednesday, where I found the earring and the little heart ring. That park, that I can go anywhere in that park and get a handful of change anytime I want. Take care. Hey, Tupac, before you go, if you haven't gone already, what kind of pinpointer do you have? Remind you of that kid. Where's my $2? Where's my $2? I got to finish that up. Got to know what kind of pinpointer you have. I've got a prize lurking. So there. Special effects. You are now under my control. I know he hasn't. I don't. No, I won't say anything, Tupac. I won't out you. I'm wondering if you brought your pinpointer, if you can't find it in your stuff that you took to Missouri, maybe you left it in California? Because I know my son's a traveler. He, in his job, he's a journeyman electrical journeyman. He does electrical wiring for big, huge companies. But he travels all the time. He's been to Montana and South Dakota, and he's been to Arkansas and Oklahoma and New Mexico. Right now he's in New Mexico. And when he used to come and see us, he'd bring everything he owned in his car. And then when he'd leave with everything he owned that he wanted and left what he didn't want. So I still have stuff here that he left here when he took off to go to Florida or to go to Oklahoma or Texas. Yeah, I've got to get that to him though. Having those prizes loom over your head, you gotta get them out there so you get them. So what have we been on? almost an hour and a half. Okay, I'm probably going to cut this at an hour and a half, at 90 minutes here, and let you guys get about your day. I've got a few things I got to get done, and otherwise I'd just sit here and talk all day, find something to talk about. I know that I got stuff that you've never seen that I found here. There's a couple pairs that getting around to it, found at Huntington Beach. She found some pretty cool sunglasses. I know if anybody's ever watched Robert Ferguson, he takes all the sunglasses that he finds and he hangs them on this piece of wire. I think it's a tomato cage that he's hung up outside his door, and he just hangs all the sunglasses on it, and whether they're good or broken or doesn't matter, he just hangs them all there. They're just big old tree of sunglasses. But I kind of spread them out and wear them because if they're good, if the lenses aren't scratched and they're good sunglasses, why not? I've got a pair of sunglasses that, getting around to it, found, and they sell for like $75 to $125. So I'd never buy those, but I got them. I got a pair of sunglasses. I bought one pair of Ray-Bans in my whole life, and they were a pair of Ray-Bans, the aeronautical type, you know, the pilot type. And first week I had them, I sat on them and broke them, sent them back, got them replaced, and then left them someplace, and I paid like $200 and something for Ray-Bans. So I never did that again. All my sunglasses have been at the dollar store, in case I leave them someplace. But there's a couple of y'all in here. Looks like I went over 10 likes today. That's cool. If you haven't hit the like before you leave, hit the like or the dislike. But you guys are great. William E., going around, Great Scott, BC. See, Happy Chappie's gone already with coining around. I didn't see Jamie in here this morning. Jamie might have been lurking, though. He might have been lurking. But you guys are awesome, coming by, celebrating my 59th and 60th ring. So, you know, don't know why I picked. I guess everybody picks rings to gauge their he might be working on his bike. Later, Great Scott. Later, Gator. You take care. I'll try and get there this afternoon. I'm not going out hunting today, so I'll try and hang out with you for a little while. Watch your back. Now I got to clean up this mess. Got a whole bunch of stuff I got to sort here now. Sort my lead out, sort my coins out. And got a bunch of wire though yesterday. whole bunch of wire. So you guys have a great day. Peace, brothers and sisters. I don't think there are any sisters in here today, but peace, treasure hunting addicts. I will see you on the morrow, and we'll hunt some more. So God bless y'all. Take care. Let's hunt.